All right, y'all. Welcome to the very first episode of Sim Rigged, the podcast for average sim racers with elite gear. And let's be honest, inconsistent lap times. I'm Dalton. I've raced real cars, drifted for over a decade, built more cars and project cars than I would like to admit. Currently own a couple of cool cars, and now I just sit in my DIY cockpit playing pretend race car driver in what used to be my office, and I love every minute of it. This show's not about telemetry charts, it's not about pro coaching. This is about the real ones, the sim dads, the sim uncles, those of us who saved up every paycheck to buy the equipment so we can be here, the midnight league grinders, the Patreon cuppers, and every one of us who dropped $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on gear just to still finish P12. Let's talk about it. So here's how it all started, right? Like most of you, Logitech. I went out and bought a G920. I was on Xbox, Forza, Need for Speed, the World Rally Car stuff, shaky plastic and somehow indestructible little Logitech rig, right? Had my little stand, had the office seat behind it. Then I got into Assetto Corsa with my drifting stuff, and that was a whole different world. You know, you could download any car, any map. I thought I was a professional with my eBay steering wheel mounted on it, little eBay handbrake with the USB. I thought I was on top of the world. Matter of fact, I Twitch streamed for a while under the name of the Inked Beard Man, and I was doing okay. I was 50, 60, 70 viewers a night. It was a lot of fun, but it wasn't really going anywhere, and I had obligations to my full-time job, my family, etc., so that stopped early. My obsession with racing never stopped, but unfortunately with the raising prices of being able to get on track, doing, buying multiple sets of wheels, tires, brakes, maintenance, upkeep, etc., I was forced to not race real life anymore. So here came simulator world again. My cousin made me aware of a simulator called iRacing that takes your skills into perspective and gives you an iRating where you can race against other people with similar iRating, and you got to worry about your safety ratings. And I thought this would be a lot of fun, so I tried it with my little Logitech, and it was cool, but I didn't feel immersed. There was no immersion, okay? So I did the only logical thing. Went to a local store, bought a Moza R12 full kit, steering wheel, base, pedals, right? Looked like Iron Man steering rack compared to Logitech. Felt amazing, but then I thought, I don't have a clutch, so let's go buy a clutch. But then I thought, the brakes are too light, even with the little performance upgrade. So I found a company in Europe that sells a load cell kit for the SRP lights that come with the R5. It was great. Bought it. Took about a week to get here. Felt amazing. Thought I made it. Lap times improving. Consistency getting better. Getting top 10s. I think I got my first win in MX5 Cup. I think I have the certificate for it on the wall behind me somewhere. One of these days I'll pull that off. Then I won a dirt event too with those dirt trucks that you got to do the jumps with. Awesome, right? Rallycross, best feeling ever. But my heart was set in GT3, Formula, etc., super speedy cars. R5 just wasn't feeling all good with the round steering wheel, so I went and added the KS wheel. The KS wheel was great. Didn't get any faster, maybe a little bit, a couple tenths here and there, but maybe my consistency was just improving. So I did the unthinkable, what many of us would do. Credit card that Moza R12 wheelbase, let's do it. Man, it felt great, immediately feel like a workout, just muscling that car into every corner. Real good feedback. Needed pedals. My SRP lights weren't doing it. I told myself I just need those CRP2 pedals, top of the line from Moza. I'm going to be like Ayrton Senna afterwards. I think that's how you say it, Ayrton Senna. And I didn't become Senna. Let me tell you, everything changed. It was great. Immersion was amazing. Feeling was great. The equipment I have now is beautiful, feels great. Everything changed but my lap times. I might have gained a second, but emotionally I lost a minute. And my wallet suffered too. But let's dive into real racing versus sim racing, right? Like I mentioned earlier, I've been doing motorsports of all kinds for over 2 decades, and that should tell you a little bit about my age. This beard that I have going on does not grow overnight, and yeah, so 2006 era, I got into autocrossing. Still my first car. My first car at high school, I kind of bought my first car late. I had to work hard to get to afford my real car. My first car, my parents didn't really come from money, so I had 3 jobs. I bought a 1996 Miata. Back then, they weren't expensive cars. I bought a super nice one. And keep in mind, I think I bought it in 05, so it was only a 9-year-old car. It had 35,000 miles, super well taken care of. It had all sorts of rock chips and stuff, but it was a good car. I added coilovers. Back then, I think it was only Bilsteins with Eibach adjustable springs. There was not a lot of coilover companies out there. Added Spec Miata, roll bar, no, exhaust. I added a track dog roll bar, Sparco seats, harnesses, short throw shifter. I was modifying, you know. But then, like I said, autocross happened. It was the coolest thing ever. You go to a parking lot, a bunch of cones set up, you get to learn what the track is, and you compete against other people for the best time. Zero risk, except, you know, you can hit a cone and scuff up your paint. I was like, this is really cool, and I was pretty darn competitive at it, right? So as you get competitive at it, there's only one thing you think of what to do next. So I got into drifting, completely different. I don't ask how, I saw a few people drifting at a local track, and I just fell in love with it. These guys are going sideways, tire smoking, tire smells. That was like Christmas to me, right? But that's the real world. I know what tire scrub feels like in the real world. I know when I'm pushing a corner too hard. In my simulator, I'm like a toddler with a fire hose, man. I do all right, okay? This equipment helps. The immersion's real. You feel every bit of feedback, but it doesn't translate immediately. It takes time to pick up on all that stuff. Some things do translate, okay? Racecraft, concentration, braking points, but throttle control, forget about it, man. My right foot in iRacing is a panic attack with toes, okay? But the weird thing is, sim racing does teach you a lot of different lessons. Patience, consistency, gear obsession, that's most of us, I think. Rage control, which, let's face it, a lot of you guys do need to learn rage control. I've heard a lot of y'all on chat on there. It's truly humbling, all right? I came in thinking I was going to dominate iRacing, man. 10 plus years of sitting in cars on track. Reality check. Real skills help, but sim is its own beast. Respect to every single one of you aliens out there who are hitting 0x in open lobbies 24/7. I'm going to take a while on that one, okay? So I started this podcast because sim racing is growing and nobody's talking to the 98% of us who aren't top split guys. The ones still figuring it out, trying to get new setups, running stock content, still apologizing to our significant other for every single rig upgrade we make because we think that's going to make us faster. This podcast is for you, the average sim racer with a passion and a wallet that keeps screaming, please God help me. It's not about being fast, it's about having fun, learning, failing out loud together, and laughing at the chaos of it all. Well, thank you for riding with me today. If this hits home, hit that follow button, hit the sub button for me. I'll be posting new episodes every week, plus funny clips, rants, reviews, and maybe even more content as we go. Next week, the dumbest upgrades I've ever bought that did nothing. Trust me, I got plenty of those. And the one $30 change that actually helped. This is Sim Rigged. I'm Dalton, and I'll catch you all on the next lap.